right, round two comes to me, and it's our famous play shelf trade segment. We take three games. We usually have a theme connecting them. Today, we're talking about comic hunters. So, with the theme, we're going with superhero games for a play shelf trade. So, we're going to have three games to choose from, and one of them you decide you just got to play that right now. That's got to hit the table. The other one, it's a good game. It's a game that I'm going to play a lot, but maybe I don't have to play it right now. I'll put that on my shelf because that's going to get played. And the other one, and that's garbage. It's got to get out of here. We're trading that as soon as we can. And so our superhero games that we're going to decide this on today are the Unmatched Marvel games, the brand new hotness Invincible game, and also the classic Sentinels of the Multiverse. Unmatched Marvel, if you're not familiar, is a 2 to 4 player skirmish game, card driven, where everyone has a unique set of cards thematically matched to their character, and they have a large selection of Marvel characters. This is why that's connected. It's all pretty much fictional characters, some real people are in it, but and Unmatched in general, but they have a large selection of Marvel characters. Why it made this list. Invincible is based on the very popular cartoon animated series. Rather, I don't really think you'd call it a cartoon.
And comic book
Invincible. And so it's got a really cool I don't know what vibe to it. I don't know. It's really neat. It's been really popular. Now this game came out, and it's like you're building your superhero through deck building is the way it looks like. So it looks really cool. And Sentinels the Multiverse, the classic co-op fighting against one big bad guy or whatever, with a bunch of these people created this amazing world of superheroes that became comics after that. Am I right, Daniel? Didn't they become comics after that?
There's a couple of comics, but honestly, the sets just have these robust histories about them, and they like pretend there's comics out about them. Like they're like in issue 5, this happened.
Yeah,
there was
it was. I mean, it was a lot of heart and soul poured into it, and it was basically the designers wanted to do this to pitch it for a Marvel IP when they first made it, and they're like, we're just going to make it so good that it's its own game, and we're going to make these characters so good. So they just skipped the IP, and it became wildly successful. So that's our three we have to choose from, and I'm going to go ahead and go first. This one was pretty, even though all of these are quality games, this was easy for me. My shelf it's on my shelf. I got all the Unmatched on my shelf. And Unmatched Marvel is, I play those characters a lot in the Tales to Amaze, and where you can play it co-op against people, because a lot of people don't like to lose to me in Unmatched. So we play Tales to Amaze, and we can go after one big bad guy together. So that's going to be on my shelf, because that's going to get played ad infinitum. I don't know when that will ever not get played. So Unmatched on my shelf. Invincible is the new hotness that I've got to try. I've heard nothing but good things about it. It sounds amazing. It's not my type of game to own, and I don't think I would like it long term, but just to see how it plays, I've got to try that. And it just, the graphics, the how everything looks spread out when you're playing it looks really cool. So Invincible, that's going to be my play. Sentinels of the Multiverse, I've played it once, and it's just not my kind of game. It's like I said, you can tell the heart and soul was poured into it, but I'm afraid that's going to have to get traded. Sentinels, I'm sorry, bye-bye. But that's mine. Unmatched Marvel on the shelf, and Invincible is going to get played. What do you guys say? Chris, we'll go to you, buddy.
Man. Okay, so this one's really tough, guys. There's a lot of dumb people out there that really like Unmatched and Sentinels of the Multiverse. So, like, there's value in trading one of them, but I can't figure out which one's more valuable. I guess I'll go with the hotness. Like, Unmatched is more new, so maybe there's more suckers out there willing to buy it for a big amount of money. So I'll trade that, and then I'll go ahead and shelf Sentinels in the Multiverse. Like most games, I'll put it on my shelf and never play it ever again. And then by process of elimination, and since I've never played it, I will play Invincible. And actually, it does sound kind of cool, deck building a superhero. So
yeah,
that's my play shelf trade.
All right, that was very concise.
Wow, you never disappoint us. You just never disappoint.
A, that was the shortest segment you've ever done. B, you insulted everyone. Congratulations. You did it.
That's what I'm here for.
Unlike Chris, I don't think you're dumb if you like dumb games. I just think you have unique tastes.
God.
You are unique in and of your own right. That's right.
Yes.
So, you guys put me in a real bind here, because first of all, you gave me Unmatched, which I have played a few times and just never been blown away about, and then you gave me 2 cooperative games. So I feel like this was just one giant setup for me because I missed our planning meeting, which it may very well be. So I'm just screwed and stuck with these 3 as our play shelf trade. I did get Sentinels of the Multiverse played. That was my penance for missing the meeting and trying to do my due diligence to give a cooperative a chance again. And I will tell you this, I survived it. I didn't die from boredom. I came close. I came really close to dying from boredom. I blame that partially on Daniel for picking the easiest possible bad guys, so it felt like we really didn't make important choices. Maybe I would have liked it more if there really were some strategy involved, but the one we played, there was not a lot of strategy. It was just frankly going through the motions, going, oh, I guess I should do this because this is the most powerful attack. Okay, boom, next. It wasn't very thrilling. I enjoyed the company. I enjoyed playing with both Randy and Daniel, but that did not leave a good taste in my mouth. So that one is definitely going to be the one I trade away, is going to be Sentinels of the Multiverse. For the others, I have not played Invincible yet, so that's going to be my play. It's definitely it's one of the hot ones at Gen Con, and it's by Direwolf, and I love the guys at Direwolf, so I'm going to get that played and see what I think of it. I do like the deck building mechanic. Again, it is cooperative, which makes me a little queasy, but you know what? I'll give it a chance. I got to play that and see what it's like, and then I will actually put Unmatched, despite my hesitation, on the shelf because I do like to have some 2-player games on hand. And I really should give it more of a chance. I'll grant you that. I should give it more of a chance. Now, the ones I played were not the Marvel ones either. I played, I think, some of the really base ones, like I think I played Robin Hood and Sinbad or something like that. Some of the early ones. So maybe I'd like it better. I don't know.
Well, the game hasn't changed much since then, which is a good thing because a game like that, you want that first set to be compatible with the last set and still be competitive.
Well, I'm just saying the theme didn't really do much for me. Maybe the Marvel theme would draw me in a little bit better, although I'm no fanboy like you, so
yeah, it depends on if you would even it depends on if you would even realize how the decks are constructed to match that character, because that's something that someone like Daniel and I can have an appreciation for, like, oh, that's why this happens to Elektra, and this is why this is awesome with their Bullseye, how he can hit people from everywhere. It's so cool, so thematic. But
so could you be is there a set with Iron Man and Dr. Doom?
There is not a set with either.
Because I would think that'd be the perfect set at this
point.
That
would be.
Robert Downey Jr. is apparently going to play Dr. Doom as well.
Yes.
So anyway,
it's no surprise to me that the most expensive set is the Deadpool set. And the reason for that clearly is because you have the ability to get a fourth wall breaking benefit of a free drink from someone. Because that's the only reason you're playing that game, in my opinion.
Very nice.
True.
That's why you're going to spend $100 on there, because there's an off chance that someone might buy me a drink.
Correct. Correct. If I gotta suffer through this game, at least I better buy the guy that has a chance of getting me a drink.
All right. So I actually am going to put Unmatched as my play. Or no. Sorry, as my shelf. Shelf. Because I want to keep this one forever. I love Unmatched, as we talked about in my Gen Con episode. I actually played an Unmatched tournament and won. I think Unmatched is an incredible game in its simplicity and yet its rich choices. And then when you're playing it in that tournament format, it really shines. And then the people that every tournament I've ever played of Unmatched has been just a pleasure with the person that I'm fighting. Really good people are following that game, and it's just fun to be a part of. So that's a forever game for me. For my play, I'm going to actually put Sentinels of the Multiverse. And the reason why is because there is a definitive edition that actually I played with Andy, and that was my first time playing the definitive edition, but I have everything else, okay? I won't get into my big rant why the definitive edition made me angry, but let me put this little caveat in there. And that is, it was supposed to make the game a lot more straightforward and streamlined. And actually what I think it did is made the game really easy. We played against Baron Blade, which is the first villain. And in the original edition, while he was easy, he was by no means as easy as what we encountered Friday night. And it actually made me really sad. So I'm going to put it as a play because I need to play my old edition now and remind myself how good this game is and how good it can be. And then even though I purchased it at Gen Con, my trade, just because I have to choose one of them to trade, would be Invincible. I'm excited to play it, so don't get me wrong. This is all in the context of the choosing these 3 games. We have to choose something. Invincible is an IP I don't care about. The reason I got excited about it even was because of our friend and recent and every episode commenter, Joe Coleman. He had mentioned that it was on his Gen Con list, and I was like, well, if Joe really is excited about this game and he doesn't care about the IP and it's superheroes, I have to give it a shot too. So I am excited to play it. But out of those 3, I guess it'll be my trade, because I love the other 2 way too much. Invincible has a high bar to reach. So.
Yeah, Daniel, when you first were getting around to this and you're saying Invincible is going to be your trade, I'm thinking, okay, Daniel saw what everybody else said and he's just going to zag where everybody else zigged. But then you had a convincing argument, and I understand it. Yeah, you have no connection to the IP. It's purely just for the game effects of it, and you're not even sure of the game effects of it yet. So yeah, if there's one that would probably be an easy one for you to let go. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But these are
I'm
all
buying
shells.
it
I'm
now.
keeping
I
all
wasn't
of them.
buying it at first. All right. Well, what do you guys think out there with this group here for Play Shelf Trade? Do any of these strike your fancy? Do you find any of them enjoyable? Do you find all of them annoying, as Andy probably does? But let us know in the comments down below what you think. And we're going to take a little pause right now for a commercial break.